What's up, guys? This is day 6, and this is the first day that, as I hop on this video, I really don't have anything in mind that popped up today for me during meditation. There was a lot of resistance today in the meditation. Like, I do it laying down, and I open my eyes, and I had a lot of itches and uh, scratches, things I needed to scratch, and just, I felt like I had a lot of weird energy in my body. Um, I guess what I'll relate it to is as you become more aware of your tendency to run from yourself, more and more things will start to pop up for you. So, for example, think of any habits you have that you would like to get rid of. And I've mentioned some of these. It could be something as simple as biting your nails, or it could be something like drinking alcohol, or any type of thing that you feel like controls your life. When you dive deep into these habits, there's always an initial trigger. And what happens is we feel some type of an emotion. There's some sensation in our body that we don't like. And when we don't like this sensation, our first instinct is to numb it or change it. And usually that involves a substance. For me, oh man, it's a lot of times it's my cell phone. So something uncomfortable pops up, maybe a thought that I thought that triggers something I know I need to do but I don't want to do. So rather than face it and handle it, I reach for my phone, sometimes mindlessly scrolling Facebook or, on YouTube. But in the back of my mind, I always know that there's something I'm not quite facing and I'm not quite handling. And those little moments, that's where change happens. We expect change to be these humongous jumps where we completely transform into a new person after one event. But change is very often slow and steady, and it's 0.001% every day. I'm reminded of a quote, I believe it's by Confucius, where he says, "Change is quiet and destruction is loud." And it's so true. It's so easy to notice our bad days, right? Where something bad happens. It's so obvious and so in our face, and it's so easy to beat ourselves up for it. And then positive change, coming back home to yourself, removing self-doubt, removing all the things you want to remove, that can be so difficult to see at times because it's steady. Even with my own growth, it sneaks up on you. You'll just find yourself a little bit more calm, a little bit more focused. Situations that used to bother you don't bother you quite as much. Your values slowly change over time. It's little things like that. You might relate to people differently. Sometimes people outside yourself will tell you that you've changed, and you won't even realize it, because in your mind you're like, oh, well, I'm still the same person. So in those moments, make sure you acknowledge the fact that you've changed, which is really cool. But the main point of this video, I suppose, is change is going to be slow and steady, and it's very easy to want it to happen immediately. But that's not how life works. There's no magic pill. It's going to be a day at a time. So if you're going through very difficult times or very painful emotions or absolute chaos, please find the courage and faith to take it one day and one moment at a time. Face the emotions that are coming up, however uncomfortable they may be, as best you can, and that's where the growth is going to happen. As you're able to let go of these emotions and face them, you'll find that they wash over you. And like Roosevelt said, I think it was Roosevelt, the only thing we need to fear is fear itself. We so often fear more the actual event or the actual emotion that's coming up, and it's much more painful in our mind than it actually is just to feel it. So have the courage to feel whatever's coming up, face whatever's coming up in your life. Whatever you're not looking at is likely an area of your life that is stagnating, and you're wasting your time by not facing it. And I think only you will know if you're distracting yourself or if you're numbing yourself from something you should be facing. And I just want to, give you the courage and to tell you can do it. I've done it in my own life. It can be difficult as hell, and you may go back. Oftentimes, growth is 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step forward, 4 steps back, 7 steps forward. It's very much like it's not a linear line growth. You'll go up, you'll have a little trough, you'll go back up, trough, up, maybe stagnate. And it's hard. It's hard creating a new identity. It's hard letting go of old habits and limiting beliefs, but it is possible. It is possible, and you can do it. Commit to it, have a vision, and even on the most difficult days, keep going. I would love to chat with you. If you would like to talk, one-on-one, send me a message. We can chat on Zoom, just if you're going through anything. I'd like to think I can help you a little bit with some of the stuff I've been through. Otherwise, peace out, and I will see you guys tomorrow.